Welcome to Combat Sports in Africa, the podcast where we bring you the stories, the grit, and the talent shaping the fight game across the continent. Today, we're heading to Accra, Ghana, home of the renowned Wisdom Boxing Gym. Founded by the legendary coach Ofori Asare, this gym has produced some of the finest boxers in Ghana, competing on both national and international stages. We'll hear from Coach Asare about his approach to developing elite fighters and his recent recognition with a Lifetime Achievement Award for his contributions to boxing in Ghana and beyond. We're also joined by rising star Theophilus Allotey, who won the national super flyweight title last November. And guess what? He's stepping back into the ring this Friday, January 31st. Want to know more? Check out Wisdom Boxing Gym on Instagram and YouTube, where they share great content and keep fans updated. And finally, we'll hear briefly from Sarah Asare, the gym's administrator, about their incredible work on social media. But don't worry, we hope to dive deeper with her in a future episode. Let's get into it.
Wisdom Boxing Club has produced successful boxers at all levels. What do you think has been the key to the gym's success over the years?
Well, I would say it's a determination and consistency. Determination and consistency. We've been around for some time and we keep on learning and then making sure we can grow and work. So I believe that it is our determination and consistency as well.
I see. I also know that I believe the club's been around for 3 decades. Is that correct? Can you give us, for 30 years, can you give us the story as to how you established this boxing club?
Yeah, you are right. I think, 3 decades, as you said. I went through, I was a boxer before, and after my boxing career, I decided to form my own gym.
Right. You certainly formed your own gym. And one of the things I've read is that, you run a very disciplined group of boxers. How important is discipline in boxing?
How important is discipline in boxing? Yeah, well, boxing, you alone, it is like something that you want to do, and you have a team around you. I have some assistant coaches who are also more dedicated, and so whatever I wanted to do, we talk as a team, and we work very hard towards it. So it's not something that you can do it without exerting yourself. And so, as you said, we need to do everything by, it's like die hard. You have to put in everything. You have to put in everything and submit yourself to all the response. So that is how I see it. And so discipline is key. Discipline is key. You have to be consistent in whatever you are doing. And also, like I said earlier, you have to learn. Keep on learning, reading, and then updating yourself in whatever you are doing. So discipline is key to everything in life, as you know.
Right. And we see on your social media, on Wisdom Boxing Club's social media, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube, there's a lot of motivational content, motivating youth, motivating boxers in Ghana and all over the world, quite frankly. On the theme of discipline, hard work, and motivation, for you as a coach, how important is it to impart and communicate motivation to your athletes? Because I believe in one of your videos, you even speak on the role of being mentally focused and mental strength. How important is that for you as a coach and former athlete to impart that onto your students?
Most of the times you get boxers from a different background, and the community there's a whole lot of challenges, and boxing is a tough sport. Boxing is very tough sport. So you need to always talk to them. You need to, apart from the training aspects, you need to talk to them. You need to give them a clear direction. You need to let them know why they have to exert themselves. So, to me, I believe that keep on talking, keep on directing them, keep on let them know, giving them some kind of awareness of whatever they wanted to achieve and what they wanted to do with their life. Then you will be able to at least help everybody and yourself as well. So, my opinion, I believe that keep on learning, keep on pushing them in such a tough sport. I think that is how I see it.
Now, Coach, recently you were awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award alongside three other individuals for your pivotal contributions to the growth of boxing in Ghana and beyond. What does this recognition mean to you personally?
Yeah, I feel great about it. This I think I've been receiving this kind of award on several occasions, be winning even best coach of the year several occasions, and different platforms, different award uh, platforms, and I feel that my work is gradually and always getting into recognition, and that also motivate, that push me, that make me feel that you have to keep on working harder. You have to make sure that you not stop on the way. So that is the spirit.
Absolutely, and congratulations on that lifetime achievement award for the sport of boxing. I believe someone
Thank
else
you.
has. You're very welcome. Someone else has joined us. Who's on right now?
Theo.
Hi, Theo. Perfect. Thank you for joining us. Theo, first question I'd like to ask you. First off, obviously, is congratulations on winning the national super flyweight title in November of 2024. How does it feel to achieve this milestone, and what does this mean for your career moving forward?
Okay, thank you. First of all, I'll give thanks to the Almighty God and also to my teammates as well, especially my coaches and my gym mates and my fans. Yeah, I feel very excited. I feel very great about for winning the national title now. So now we are preparing and heading to the African title. So from the African title, definitely when we get a shot, come to the world ranking, can have a world title shot. So this is what we are planning now. But for the national title, I feel very excited now. Yeah.
Now, Theo, if I can ask you just to follow up, what's that transition been like for you going from amateur to professional boxing? Any lessons learned you want to share with us?
So probably I can say when you are starting boxing, you start from beginning, you start from somewhere in another place. So what I've learned that from my coaches and my teammates as well is being a boxer, you always have to be disciplined. You can say in our gym we have some logo called consistency from the beginning to the end. So far as you have started, you have to mean downward, finish whatever that you are doing. So for me, being the amateur level, pass through a lot of pains, come to professional, I've learned a lot, like being go to the international platform, fight many people, many amateur boxers. I think it's a great idea. Great opportunity for me to be in amateur level to come professional. To do
Right.
good. Yeah.
Right. And just a follow up, if you don't mind me asking, what's it like being coached by Coach Asare? Can you tell us, can you describe to us his approach to coaching athletes like yourself?
For me, Dr. Ofori Asare is like a father to me. Yeah, because anything that I'm expecting, I mean, his determination, I mean, his hardworking. When he says you are the person that is looking up to or is doing his best for you, then it means you have to believe in him, you have to trust him, because he does everything between his heart, everything that he mean that it can be good between you and him. Yeah, I think Coach Asari is a good person. I really love him, appreciate him because he inspired me a lot. Times I'll be thinking of giving up, but he by my side, he keep pushing me and continue. So Coach Asari is like God sent to me. I can say it's like God sent to me. I mean, to guide me to follow my career and be a person. Like, that's what I can say.
Now, Coach, when you're hearing your athletes speak about you in certain ways, what comes to mind? And more importantly, how would you describe Theo as a boxer?
Yeah, he's a very dedicated person. He started as a very young boxer, and he listens to me. Yeah, he has a whole lot of dedication. That is, I've taken him also like my son. Most of the time, he used to say, "I'm his father," but the point is, I don't have a son, and I love hearing that uh, um, appreciation he's been given. But he's also done very well because you can take the horse to the river side. When the horse decided not to drink the water, there's nothing you can do. So his dedication in terms of, he also knows where he comes from, and you know where he's heading towards. So it's like we are all going to the same direction, and it make it more easier when you are with a boxer who understands and knows what he's looking for. It make it easy for you to at least push him to do more for himself. So I believe that he's very dedicated, and that make him more disciplined, because you know what you want, so you respond to whatever action that you have to take, that and you are being mentored of for. So it's a very dedicated person, and I appreciate it.
In terms of your approach to coaching, if you don't mind telling us what sets you apart as a coach, because obviously you've coached at a local level all the way up to the Olympics, and even on the professional side, of course. What sets you apart as a coach? You have a ton of experience, but what is that one thing that sets you apart, in your opinion?
Well, I believe that I have an imagination of thinking very big, and also I humble myself in terms of learning. I don't. Yeah, I can learn from up and coming coaches as well, from the enthusiasm that they get into the sports, and so that I can use it to maintain myself. So it's like I'm open to all. I'm open to every aspect or every advantage that I get in learning, and I don't see myself as knowing everything. So I keep on learning, and my background of having more information about coaching, learning, learning, updating myself may be the aspect that keep on pushing me, because despite all the achievements, despite all the efforts I'm making, and wherever I am, I still look up for something to learn, to be able to adapt to myself.
Now, Theo, when you're hearing the coach speak on continuous learning and lifelong continuous learning, in his case, what comes to mind for you as a boxer in terms of that willingness to continuously learn?
Yeah, because the thing is, boxing when you are learning is not an end because so far as you are moving forward, new things will be coming, new aspect, new skills and stuff will be coming, new up and coming boxers will be coming. So boxing doesn't have an end of learning. You have to always keep learning until you are done your work. Yeah, keep learning until you are done your work. So especially before you can learn all you can learn this kind of thing, but when you are not consistency, you cannot be good in those things that you are learning. So you always have to be consistent into your coaches, especially. Those are the people who have been, anytime having a fight, those are the people who will be backing you, supporting you. Even when you are going to the ring, they are the people going, the ring. So anything, anything that they will bring, whether it's good or bad, you have to listen to them. So when they say that what they bring is not good, they can change it. When it's good, you can continue going. Also, whatever that your coaches will say, you have to listen to them. If you also have your own, skills or your own knowledge, you can tell them that, coach, I also have this idea. So I think maybe add it to your if it can fit, then we continue. So yeah, that's our taste, man.
Now, Theo, this is the second time you speak on the theme of consistency, and it's a big one in any sport, obviously in boxing as well. I'm curious to know how has your success, impacted your gym, Wisdom Boxing Gym, in terms of all the other boxers there, the younger boxers who maybe look up to you. How has it impacted them?
I will probably, as for me, I love learning. Even the younger ones, I'm ahead of them. Even when they are, doing some or doing some skills, I still copy from them because you don't know the kind of type of boxer that will be meeting ahead of you. So little thing that you see, you have to, keep it, you have to practice it and to become a part of you. Because boxing, everyone have his own type of skills. Even though the coaches and that they'll be learning stuff, things from the coaches too. They also have their own style of, fighting. For me, when I started boxing, I'm a southpaw. I'm an orthodox boxer. Yeah, orthodox boxer. But as time goes on, I learn southpaw as well because when it comes to wisdom boxing, definitely when you are whether you are southpaw or orthodox, definitely you learn the other side, the part of yours. So when you are in the ring or we are going to fight with whether southpaw or orthodox, you know what I mean to fight that kind of boxing. So in that will tell you to boxing, you have to do it. And as what I've been saying, always consistent from the beginning to the end. If you have started something, you are learning something and not do it consistently, you can you can't be good in that thing. For you to be good or for you to be successful, you have to be learning to your done. Yeah. For the upcoming boxers, the road that we will make to be success, that's what the same road that we do. They will become a fast that they can be good as well. Thanks.
Thank you very much. And if you don't mind me asking a follow-up, Theo, tell us about your nickname. I believe it's Theo Lopez. What's the story behind that? And please speak a bit louder.
Okay. Theo Lopez, the Lopez stands for a wolf, right? It's an Asian name. Yeah. Yeah. Russian name. It stands for Lopez. As for me, I'm a nice guy. I'm pretty. That you can see a wolf. You can't judge a wolf by its cover. You see a wolf as a nice animal, but when it comes to wildness, it's very wild as well. But to my name, you see Richard Combe, our former IBF world champion, Richard Combe. You know him, Richard Combe.
Right.
The day he fight to Fimo Lopez. Yeah, we have some coach called Coach No. So anytime the coach sees me, he calls me Teofimo Lopez, Teofimo Lopez, Teofimo Lopez. So far as my name is Theophilus and Teofimo Lopez's name is Teofimo, so I decided to pick his last name as Lopez because Lopez is also a good boxer. He's a nice boxer. When someone tells you that this guy is a boxer, you will believe that this guy is a boxer because of his nice and cute as well. So I put that name to myself. So if someone is calling me Teofimo Lopez and the name fits me, so I have to keep that name to myself. And this is what I keep the name to myself, that Lopez for myself.
Hey, you know what? That's very cool. It's great to think of branding and marketing because these things play a huge part, particularly in professional boxing. And obviously, you're doing your thing, and promoting yourself is very important. I wanted to go back to Coach and ask him. Obviously Ghana has rich boxing history, right? We all know that. There's a lot of content online that's speaking about that, and it's a very popular sport in Ghana and across Africa. We're obviously on the Combat Sports in Africa podcast. I'm actually located in Canada, but here we are speaking via Zoom on boxing in Ghana. And I'm curious to know, Coach, how much potential do you see in the country's boxing scene, in your country's boxing scene? I'm speaking, of course, about Ghana. And what needs to change to take it even further, if that's possible? I know it's a
Well,
big
thank
question.
you. Yeah, Ghana has boundless talent. We have. I see Ghana has a similarity, boxing potential like Cuba and America. Um, what I've realized now is that um, we have a whole lot of people working from their talent, but we to change the face of our boxing is to be able to learn, have some kind of education, get in more about um, qualification, physical education, getting the understanding of the scientific aspect of the sport. You need to attach yourself to the scientific aspect of the sport. We need to create a way of learning for the coaches. We so that we will be able to properly build the talent, build the potential that we have. Because when you talk about talent, I believe that we have a whole talent around us, but um, to change, to make it better, we need to be more conform with the aspect of being scientific aspect of it. And if we are able to embrace the scientific aspect very well, then we will be able to groom the talent and be able to unearth it, and then make sure that we also rub shoulders with the countries that have reached a higher level as well.
Very interesting answer there, Coach. I think the topic of coaching is an important one in any sport, of course, and in boxing, since we're speaking about boxing here. But it's great to hear that you're highlighting the importance of that education piece for athletes and for coaches, and that continuous learning, as you spoke of earlier. In addition to that continuous learning, I think there's an aspect of the promoting and communicating on social media that's an important one, and we see that on on your social media platform, pardon me, on your social media accounts for Wisdom Boxing Club, be it on Instagram, particularly, and as well as on YouTube. There's a lot of great content that's being put out. And Sarah Asare has joined us. And I wanted to ask you, Sarah, thank you for joining us first and foremost. I wanted to ask you,
Thank
yeah, I wanted to ask you about the great social media presence you and the team have put out. How has the audience, both locally and internationally, reacted to the content you've put out?
I'd say that for us at Wisdom Boxing Gym, the our social media is one of the things that has helped us to reach a lot of people, and we always get positive feedback from our audience when we put out information. As you see, usually we put out a diverse amount of content, and we observe through the reaction we get, maybe from likes, also interactions, to know the kind of content our fans are looking out for. But social media has been very helpful for us, and I think that a lot of African clubs and even athletes should take advantage of social media because it's a free resource and you don't need any specific skills to start. It's something that you can learn on the job, and it will go a long way in helping your brand and your talent reach so many people, which will be beneficial for you and your country as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. If you don't mind me asking a follow-up question, in terms of the theme, I notice a lot of the content you put out is also motivation. Excuse me. I noticed that a lot of the content you put out is motivational and inspiring youth. How important is that?
Okay, Wisdom Boxing Gym, we have about 79 boxers, and out of that number, there are 30 of them who are 17 and below. So our core group, or the people that mainly we interact with, are the youth or the young ones. So we try to put content out there that establishes our identity. That is one, resonate with the people at our club, and also draw us close to people around. Because we know that when it comes to motivation, it's really in short supply, and boxing is a very difficult sport. So if you are not motivated, it's easy for the fighters to give up, and that is why we hold that line mainly.
Thank you very much, Sarah. I think you're in a busy place right now because we hear some stuff in the background. But thank you very much for answering that.
Yes.
Yeah, and I look forward to doing a.
Never trying to promote our club.
That's right. And I look forward to doing a follow-up interview with you because you've got some interesting initiatives going for boxing. I wanted to go back to Coach Asare and ask about coaching females in Ghana. Can you give us kind of an idea of what the state of female boxing is like in Ghana?
Well, female boxing, Ghana, we are at the initial stages. Even though we were trying very hard when female boxing started, but our culture has putting us back for some time because many people don't believe that we should put our sisters and mothers into fight. So it make it more difficult for us, but we have to try. I remember there was a time I tried to do some recordings, video recordings from very good boxers, very good looking or beautiful ladies in the ring, to be able to show it to my people, for them to know that there are a whole lot of countries involved, and a whole lot of beautiful people involved. So that is where we started breaking the barriers. And then we know that sports, as we all know, sports can help you to change your community, can help you to turn things around, turn difficult things to joy. So it's like our side is like trying to change poison to medicine. We things that they don't like, we try to make it them understand that it's rather healthy, it's rather it can help them do better, because um even though our people don't like it, we keep on pushing until now. We've had a female boxing coming up, and now when you even go around the gyms, you see that a whole lot of young female boxers are up and coming, and I know we have a great future in terms of when you keep on pushing, as we started. I and one late coach, Akis was started female boxing in Ghana, and we had a very difficult program in pushing. Even when we go to the ministries, we are we are told to go out because they don't believe in that. We are getting the female to box. But now I think it has been cleared. I saw female boxers at the Olympics. You saw female boxers all over the place. They are now at the professional. And so now, at least we have something to point at to motivate our female boxers. So we are good to go now. And they are gradually coming up. And so I believe that it's a good thing because it helps a lot to get a whole lot of our female our female around who are doing nothing, especially the street female uh, uh, um, athletes who most of the times get into teenage pregnancy. They get themselves involved in a whole lot of social vices. I believe that boxing can remold the whole system and then give us a clear picture of beauty athletes who is doing boxing. So it's a difficult thing at the initial stages, but now things are coming down, and I believe that in the near future, we are going to have a very big uh, 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 female boxing in Ghana.
Right. I think the advancement of females in sport, as far as getting them engaged in all sports, combat sports, boxing, and so on, is an important one at all over the world. And I would imagine, as you mentioned, there's some cultural challenges in certain parts of the world. But as you mentioned earlier, that education piece is an important one because we see female boxers, be it amateur, competing at the Olympics or internationally or at the professional level. We see them fighting. They're equally as skilled as men, and respectfully, they're very
Yeah,
talented. And I think it's great to see you push for that in Ghana, and of course, there are trainers as well. There's female boxers who transition into coaching and so on in other roles. So I think that's an important piece. I wanted to go back to one question that I'd asked you before, if you don't mind. I know you mentioned the education piece as being an important one, but if there was another thing you'd like to focus on to improve the entire boxing ecosystem in Ghana or regionally in West Africa, in your opinion, what would it be? Because we know there's a lot of talent all over the world, obviously in Africa and West Africa, etc. But what's that one thing that could improve the boxing ecosystem, in your opinion? What would
well,
that thing be?
yeah, I think now that social media is all over the place, first and foremost, I will want to thank Sarah also because he has been a very major um, role model in terms of working on communication, working on how to get other people to see us. I think social media is also very very important because wherever you are, you can see yourself, you can see other people, you can see, and you don't need too much um, uh, 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 money to be able to get yourself into the social media, and it's something that I think can promote whatever you are doing very, very, very fast. So I believe that this current generation, you need to involve in social media because that is a very easy way of learning. As I always emphasize on, it's a place that you can get other stuffs and you'll be able to push yourself up. At least, like I said, when we are having difficulties in terms of getting the female boxers, along. We didn't get it easy, but sometimes you show them videos, you show them uh, with social media some of the things that is going on, and that helps a lot. So it's a whole lot of commitment, getting them to know what is going on in the outside world, and then get them proper direction in terms of what to know into details, the scientific aspect of the sport, and what the sport can do for you. At least you when you wake up and you have something to do in life, you have goals, you have things that you wanted to tackle. It gets you along very easy, and you will be able to get yourself out from other social vices that is not good for our life. So I believe that we should also take social media very seriously, because it is a very good platform for learning, and it also will help you to be abreast with the scientific aspect of it. So, well, I think a whole lot of stops there, and I believe it's not over. You keep on learning, as I said, you keep on learning new things, you keep on getting yourself, you keep on convincing people that this is what the world is turning up to. And I think it's great to be able to feel it and help others also to see it, and involve, making sure you involve everybody to make it just a small global intelligence level or platform for everybody.
Lots of interesting points, Coach. In terms of financial support from corporate bodies, organizations, and so on, what's the state of that like for boxing in Ghana? Is there a lot of engagement on that side?
Well, that is financial, so very difficult aspect of it. We've just always now with social media, we are always looking for corporate bodies for support, because sometimes we have to take some children and some people from the street, try to reprogram them in terms of what to do. Some of them we teach them informal, we let them learn general learning, and then when we realize that they are good, we try to get them to education. And you can't do all this alone. You need support. You need support from a whole lot of um, places that, and so that is one difficult aspect. But I think if we are able to get those things more on board, we will do more better than what we are doing now. I think that is also another point, the challenging aspect of getting people to support you. I'm very sorry. To support you, to do what, to be able to do what you are doing consistently. Then you'll be able to at least change a whole lot of people's life to do better. Now we have a whole lot of boxers who start from nothing, and now some of them are graduating, and some of them are getting better to go to formal schools or formal education. And also now we have some of our bosses going to university. They are now entering the university. It's a very encouraging for us to see that people who don't have direction, and you see them on the street, and you get them in there. They are now um, good for society. They've been molded, and they are going to be good people in society. So you can't do this alone. You need support. You need corporate bodies to be on board. So I think I take advantage of this to ask for more support if the need be, because we need that to be able to push on all over the place. Because Wisdom Boxing, we have a very big ambition. We wanted to go the whole region of Ghana. We wanted to touch the region, because our focus for now has been in Accra, but we thought it wise that it can't be only in Accra. The concept cannot only be in Accra. We have to move to some of our remote areas, the region, the villages, to be able to get people involved. There are people who just stay in some of the regions, and they will never see light. They are there. They don't know what they can do, and they just move around trying to do whatever they want, and sometimes they risk and they end their life as it is. So we believe that we can change a whole lot of lives with boxing, but you can't do it without support. You can't do it without the corporate bodies support. You can't do that with individual support from good people in the world. So I believe that we always um, look up for the opportunity to get people to come on board to support us to make things happen, because with that kind of support, we believe um, a whole lot of good stuff will happen for us, and we'll be happy, and the whole country and the whole world will appreciate.
Yeah, the theme of support's a big one, and it looks like you guys have you and the team have big visions for the sport at a national level, and to give younger athletes opportunities outside of Accra. And it's great to hear. I have a few more questions, maybe another 5-10 minutes for you both. Theo Lopez, I'm gonna go to you. You've got a fight coming up this Friday. Who are you facing, and what? Why should people be excited to see you fight this Friday?
Okay, actually, why they should be excited? Because they always have to believe that they know what I can do. I'm always consistent at gym. I'm always training. I'm always doing whatever that my coach will tell me to do, because we know that what we are looking for, what we are aiming to become. So I'll not just sit down and let their effort and what I'm also aiming to achieve in life to become waste. So what are why they should always keep on expecting, because definitely I'm not just going there to play over there. I'm going there to win this fight, because it's not just today that I started preparing. I've been preparing for long. I've have many fights, many competitions. So I know how when you're having a match, you have to prepare yourself, because if you don't prepare yourself and your opponent prepare more than you, definitely you don't have any magic to show in the ring or any skill to show in the ring. Definitely, so far as how good you are, when your opponent is more consistent in training or have everything, definitely can defeat you, because you don't have enough training to defeat the opponents. Despite how good you are, so you have to be very prepared. When if the fight is very tough or not tough, you always have to prepare. Like we are going to fight a world title. If the fight is just an ordinary fight, you have to prepare like they're going to fight a world title. You don't have to wait and be sitting there. And then also, can't stay at home till you get fight before you prepare. Always have to prepare, because you don't know the time that you'll be fighting. You don't know who will be calling you to fight or who will be challenging you to fight with. So you always have to be prepared. Always have to be ready for yourself. So that's what my coaches and my teammates have been doing for me. So I'm always preparing. I'm already prepared. I know that this fight I'm gonna win, because I believe in myself. I know what I can do anytime that I'm going. If you want to win, then you have to prepare to die. That is our key that me and my coach we normally used to use. If you want to win, then you have to prepare to die. If you don't want to prepare to die, then it means you're gonna lose. And also, whenever you're having a fight, you always have to keep it in mind that you have to win. As soon as you tell yourself that you lose, definitely you're gonna lose the fight, because it has been happening to me severally. So I've put that in mind that when I'm in the amateur level, sometimes when I'm going to fight some of the countries, I'll be saying, this country there is gonna beat me. As soon as you decide that you are gonna lose, definitely when you go into the ring, you're gonna lose. So always you have to put that in mind that you are gonna win. Whether you lose or put that in mind that you are gonna win, that will make you give you confidence and strength. When you go to the ring, even though you are trying all your possible best. If you can't win the ring, you can win Asare, because boxing, we have lose, win, and draws.
You're raising some really important points about the the power of the mind as far as when you're going into a fight and believing in yourself and believing in your abilities. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best this Friday. I was reading some of the comments. You have a lot of support from fans. Obviously, a lot of people supporting you, but behind you, and so on. So, I want to wish you all the best. And last question will go to Coach Asare. What's the best advice you can give to any boxer and combat sports athlete wishing to compete at the highest level of their sport, Coach?
Yeah, I think your state of mind is very, very, very important. Positive thinking, psychologically, you know that you want to win, and but there's a whole lot of people you are going to compete with. A whole lot of people in the world want to be champion. People from all directions want to be champion. So you need to be stronger enough to have a mind that will uh, oversee or will supersede every aspect of strong mind that you are going to face. You need to. That's why Theo was saying. From what Bruce Lee was saying, and I use that also to psychologically motivate them that you need to be ready. You need to be ready. You must always prepare to die. It doesn't mean that you are going to die, but you are putting yourself into where that will be difficult for you to be break down. Nobody, you make sure that nobody can break you down. You need to be able to jump the fence. You need to be able to escape to victory. You need to be able to be stronger in mind. You need to be able to think that you always need a step to win. You always need the next step is getting you there. So to the sports world, I think the difficult aspect is that you are not the only person who is aiming to be a winner. You are not the only person who is aiming to be a winner. There are a whole lot of people all over the world, and some of them even have a very good economical background. They have a very good facilities they are working with. They have a whole lot of things. But your strong mind will always get you through. Your strong mind is what will push you ahead of others. Your strong mind is what make you great. So you must always think and believe in yourself, and must be able to keep on preparing, because preparation is the most important aspect of every aspect that you wanted to see yourself. You have, when you have a long-term preparation in you, when you have a long-term preparation in you, then you'll be ready. When you go in for the last minute preparation or a short term preparation, then you will not see yourself as part of the champions in the world. So you keep on at the early stages, you keep on preparing, and the time that you started your sport or boxing or your combat sport, wherever you find yourself in, the day that you started must be connected to your present situation. That is, you need to be consistent. See, from the beginning to the end, you need to be consistent from the beginning to the end. You must always be ready, and you will definitely find your path. You will definitely see your championship bet. You will definitely see yourself a winner, and that is how you need to be able to make up your mind. If you are not strong enough, your mind will make you strong. So when you think that way, your body will respond. Your body will respond, and your body will become more stronger and stronger, and your preparation will find a place in your body, and you'll be able to um, see the world as it is. Everybody have the same opportunity, but it's your consistency that make you unique. It's your consistency that make you unique. The great ones that are fast always have this kind of spirit, and they keep on while others are relaxing. They keep on pushing. So when you are pushing time and time again, you'll be able to take others by events, surprise others, and then you see yourself wearing the crown. So to the world, I think consistency of our preparation is very, very important. And everybody has um a winner in him. Everybody can win. Everybody can be the best. Everybody can be the great champions as the great ones out there. And when you have that spirit, then there's nothing you cannot achieve.
Wow. Dr. Asare, thank you very much for dropping some incredible wisdom. We really appreciate it. And Theo Lopez, wish you all the best this Friday and, for the rest of your boxing career. Thank you all for your time, Sarah, as well.
Thank you as well. Thank you very much.
That's it for today's episode of Combat Sports in Africa. A big thank you to Coach Ofori Asare, Theophilus Lopez Allotey, and Sarah Asare for giving us a glimpse into the amazing work happening at Wisdom Boxing Club in Accra, Ghana. Don't forget, Theophilus has a fight coming up this Friday, January 31st. Make sure to follow Wisdom Boxing Gym on Instagram and YouTube to stay updated and catch all their exciting content. And if you enjoyed this episode, follow Combat Sports in Africa wherever you get your podcasts. You can also watch the interviews on YouTube, YouTube Music, Spotify, and more. As always, thanks for listening and stay tuned for more stories from the world of African amateur and professional combat sports. See you next time.